Hey, good morning. Welcome to day 4 of the challenge.
Yep.
So today is a pure HIIT class. That's it. We're going to get started. Thanks for joining. All right, so we're going to lie down, opening Savasana first.
Which way today?
I don't know. I'm going this way.
This way?
So you just want to relax, arms down, legs down. Think of yoga Savasana. So arms and legs are close, right? Legs close to each other, arms close with your body. Palms up. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And open your mouth, exhale. Then again, deep breath. Feel your belly, your chest rise. Full lungs. Open your mouth, exhale. Let all the air out. One more time, deep breath. Open your mouth, exhale. And open your eyes if you close them. You could wiggle your toes or fingers a little bit even. And we're going to start warming up with spinal articulation. So bend your knees, bring your feet in close to your bottom, about hip width distance. Arms are down by your side, your ankles are under your knees. So a very slow movement here. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone towards the ceiling. Slowly peel, lift your hips up. Peeling your spine off the ground slowly. Come up into the glute bridge and hold at the top. Stomach in tight. Pelvic floor muscles tight. Imagine you really need a bathroom, but there's a long line. Take a deep breath. And exhale, slowly lower down. One vertebra at a time. Now always breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, through the whole class. Take a deep breath, again in through your nose. Full lungs. Exhale, tuck, curl, and lift. Tuck your chin a little bit. Look down towards your knees. Your head stays on the floor, but chin tucked. And make sure you can see the tops of your knees. Feel your shoulder blades on the ground too. Take a deep breath. Exhale, slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time. All right, one last time. Take a deep breath. Exhale, tuck, curl, and slowly lift. Slowly hips up. So we're doing this using big muscles, your glutes, to start to warm up the body, but also warming up the back by slowly moving it through this range of motion. Again, take a deep breath. Exhale, slowly lower down. One vertebra at a time. All right, if you want to use a resistance band, go for it. I forgot to say it before we started, but optional equipment today, resistance band and dumbbells or books or water bottles or whatever you have for some added weight, but everything is optional with that stuff. So if you're using the band, it goes right up above your knees, around both legs. You're going to challenge the outer thighs some. All right, lying back down, putting our feet back where they were, that hip width distance, still ankles under the knees. Arms down side. So now when we start, not going to let the hips touch the ground again until I say change. All right, arms down side. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hips up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up and down. So come into that same height as before. Right, not too high, not too low. So shoulder blades stay down. Tops of your knees are just visible at the top of your bridge. Keep your stomach in tight. And use your breath. Up, inhale, down. Exhale, up and down. Up and down. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your bridge. You're going to flex our feet. So here we go. Flex, flat, flex, flat. Exhale, flex, inhale, flat. Exhale, flex, inhale, flat. Keeping your hips up. Just as much of a flex as you can. So it's, if you can, more than just toes off the ground. Right, trying to get the ball of the foot off the ground, right? Just the heel staying down. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the feet flexed. Pulse your hips. Pulse, 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 pulse. Small range of movement. Right, hips might move up just an inch or so. And exhale with each pulse. Feet still flexed. All right, we're going to start to pulse the knees out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips stay up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. So knees open, couple of inches and back. Right, not coming back close to each other, just back to where you started, that hip width distance. Still feet flexed. Stomach in. Keep your hips up, stay in that bridge. Last 10. 3, 2, 1, change. Lower everything down.
Oh,
Hug your knees in.
that was a little rough.
Starting off fast today.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we're going to do the pigeon toe one. So big toes touch, heels open, knees are together. Same idea though. Your ankles underneath your knees, so your heels aren't open really wide, right? They're pretty close too. They're just open a little bit. Arms down side. Here we go. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hips up. Inhale down. This one, don't let your knees open at all. Squeeze them tight. And that might mean that your hips can't come as high. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up and down. And we're also not touching the floor. Hips staying in the air. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up and down. Knees together. Tight, tight, tight. Want to feel your inner thighs working. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your bridge. Calf raises. Heels coming up, down, up, down. So exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, down, up, down. Still knees together tight. Keep your bridge. Compress your arms into the ground to help the balance here. Try to bring the heels up as high as you can on each raise. Up, 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 up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hips up, keep the heels up. Pulse your hips, little pulse, 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 pulse. This one too, I'm going to give you a countdown. We're going to start to doing little pulsing the knees out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees out, back, out, back, out, back, out, back. They don't have to go super wide. Even maybe hip width distance is where you're going to get. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Just make sure bring the knees all the way back together. Yep, it might mean you don't get as wide. That's okay. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower everything down.
Oh, my butt.
You can hug your knees into your chest.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take the bands off. We have one more round,
Really?
but no band for this one. All right, our last round,
Something special?
we're going to do some marching. So feet can go back to that hip width distance. Arms down side. And so same as the first round of bridges to set up. Ankles under the knees, hip width distance, arms down side. We're going to come up into the bridge. And then when we start, we're going to start to march our legs. I'll show you what it looks like real quick. But hips up. And then we're going to march right knee up, down, left up, down, right up, down. All right? Here we go. Ready, set, and go. So hips up. Now right knee up, down. Exhale, knee up, down. Right, down. Exhale, left, down. Right, down. Exhale, left. Inhale, down. Exhale, right, down. Left, down. Right, down. Left, down. Right, down. Left, down. That's it. Keep it bending your knee. So it's really just bending, bringing the leg up from the hip. Nothing else with your leg changing. All right, 5 more on each side. 4 more. Left. 3. Left. 2. Left. Last one each. Right. Left, and change. Lower down. Again, you can hug your knees.
Or not.
Yeah, or stretch out long. All right, we're moving into some abs next. So for abs today, we're going to do, like the other day, we're going to do a little bit of an intense burst and then take a break and then a more intense burst too. So first, we're going to do a few different moves. We're going to do some leg circles. So we're going to go hands under the hips a little bit, shoulders up, stomach in, long legs, thighs tight, pointed toes, making circles going up. They can be as wide and as tall as you can make them, but you don't want to roll. So you don't want to go so far to the side that you're rolling off the mat. Or your lower back is staying down. So it's going to be more of a tall O. Just try to go as high up as you can and come back down as low as you can. All right, when I say change, same thing, just other direction with the circle. All right, so after the other direction, when I say change, we're going to lie down. We're going to bring our arms over our heads, long legs, and we're going to reach for opposite foot. So it's going to be right hand to left foot. Right, trying to touch your toes best you can. Back down, exhale, left hand to right foot. Back down. Then I'll say change again. We have one more. This one we're going to stick our hands under a little bit. Shoulders up, and we're just going to do scissors. Not a lift, just staying here. So left over right, right over left. Right, trying to crisscross your legs. All right, here we go.
Okay. 4.
Circles first.
Hands under.
Hands a little under. You can keep them out by your side. You can even put them behind your head. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Ready, set, and go. You just want to make sure long legs, shoulders are off the ground. I like to exhale on the lift and inhale as lowering, but whatever works for you. If you like the opposite, do it. Change direction, other way. If you feel too much pressure in the lower back, don't go so low. Right, you're in control of that, how low and high you can go. But without the arms underneath, there is more tendency to tip. And change. All right, so Arms stretched overhead, legs and arms open a little bit, and go. So right hand to left toes, down, left arm to right toes, down. Your leg and arm that aren't reaching can stay down. If they need to come up for you, that's okay. You can also support your head with that arm that's not reaching. My neck is feeling a little tender today, so I'm going to give it the support. I'm not pulling with that arm, just little support. So we're working the obliques here, getting the abs from top to bottom involved. Couple seconds. And change. All right, we're doing our scissors now. You can do hands tucked under a little bit. Shoulders up and go. So long, straight legs. Can go higher. Can stay lower. Lower going to be more challenging. But suck your stomach in tight. Shoulders are up to keep the lower back down. 5 seconds. Change. A little break. All right, I'll show you our next moves while you take this little rest. It is short, but usually deserved and needed. Well, always deserved, usually needed. But we're going to do a side crunch or a jackknife. So what we're going to do is right arm is out at an angle, so not all the way in by your side, not straight out to the side, halfway. I think 45-degree angle between your arm and body. You're going to roll a little bit onto that right side. So again, just off your tailbone, not all the way to your hip, right in the middle on your right glutes. Other hand behind your head, long legs. We're going to exhale, crunch up, knees and elbows towards each other. Trying to keep your legs together too. I know sometimes they want to open up wide. Keep them close. Inhale down. Right? You can always do straight too. That's going to be a little more intense. Either way. When I say change, we're going to roll to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Then one more time, I'm going to say change. And then we're going to switch to, a chest lift with twist. So knees are bent like you're going to do a crunch. Hands behind your head. You're going to bring the shoulders up. Twist, 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 twist. Staying up. So it's not down and up, right? You come up, you come straight up, and then twist from here. Keeping the shoulders up. All right.
All right.
Side plank, or side crunch first, not side plank yet. All right. So right arm is down at that angle. You're on your right butt cheek here, not on any bone. Left hand behind your head, legs are long. Ready, set, and go. That's it. Your body comes down to the ground. Try to keep your legs in the air. Stomach in. Use that exhale when you crunch up. Couple more seconds on this side. Trying to come up onto the forearm, just like Nancy has right there. Onto the forearm. And change. All right, we're going to the other side. Same thing. Let's roll onto the other glutes. Other side, your left cheek. Left arm out. Right hand behind. And go. Ooh, my body is not happy.
I heard a pop.
Yeah. Things are popping and quicking.
It's okay.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is just slow it down. Ooh.
I think you need to suck in your mouth more.
Right, take your time. There's no rush, especially in abs. No rush. And change. All right, we're coming down for chest lift with twist. So, like you're set up for a crunch. Hands behind your head and go. Shoulders up. 'Chin off your chest, so not all the way down, right? Imagine like a golf ball there. As much as you can. Keep the shoulder blades up. This is our last move of the day, last ab move. Not the end of class yet.
Careful what you say.
10 seconds.
Oh.
Your pace. Stay with it. Elbows out nice and wide. And change.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we're going to do a side plank.
Oh.
So onto your side, either side, you can fold up your mat if you need to make this more comfortable. I fold it over because you're going to be on the forearm, elbow under your shoulder, nice long body.
Oh, we're just,
Yep, time.
I'm just turning this into a spectator sport.
All right, ready, set, and go. Same thing with your elbow. Bring it closer to your, or yeah, move your body forward, yeah. So you want to make sure elbow under your shoulder.
Which is apparently really hard for me to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stretch up tall. You have options with your leg, right? Top leg on top of the bottom one. Hips and shoulders vertical. Or top foot in front. Or bend that top leg, bring it up higher. Your choice. But lean weight into the forearm that's on the ground. Press into the ground there so it's not all on your elbow and shoulder. Right, using your strength. Most of the way through this. Stay with it, stomach in, but tight. Maybe you can look up to the ceiling if you're feeling good there. Good, stretch up, hips up. And change.
Oi.
All right. We're coming down. We're going to do some grasshopper. So on your belly. This one, you want to, your face is going to be down, but I'm going to keep my head up first. So you want to open your knees, open your legs, bend your knees, then flex your feet. So soles of your feet are towards the ceiling. You see my knees are pretty open, so my lower legs are open. From here, keep the knees there, just bring your heels together. Right, so feet are flexed. From the ceiling, your feet would look like a V, and now you're going to exhale. Right, lift the lower body,
Okay.
like you want to press your feet to the ceiling. All right. Here we go, 30 seconds. Then we're going to hit a forearm plank. Ready? But not a hold today. Ready?
What?
Set, and go. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Good, no rush. Really feel the squeeze in the glutes. Keep your upper body down. Lower back is working here, hamstrings working, glutes working. So really trying to get a lot of the posterior chain involved. And change.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do a dolphin plank today. So no plank hold. Forearm plank, you can put your hands together. You can even put your forearms touching each other for this one. I like the hands together. So same form, you want elbows under the shoulders, right? Toes are tucked under, pretty far under, and you hold for plank, but now we're gonna lift our hips towards the ceiling. So from here, lift hips towards the ceiling, and back down. I'm gonna turn a little bit, because it's key with the toes that they are flexed. Can you move back a little bit? Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. See, my feet are kind of in a flexed position. I'm not actively flexing them, but there's a lengthening to the back of the lower legs. Now, from here, you lift hips up, which means you have to come up onto your toes more. So it's not like you're pushing back to downward dog. It's really up and down. So my heels, your heels are going to come forward as you lift, and then you come back down to plank.
Okay.
Long explanation. We're going to do it. 1 minute. Ready?
Let's try this.
Set, and go. Yeah, and if you've never done it, feel it out. It's going to take practice. I know the first times I did this, it was confusing. You might also feel, sometimes I feel towards the top of it, like it's a little tough on my hamstrings and my glutes, like
I think I'm doing it.
they're working, but they're also, mine are tight, so they tend to stretch a little bit there at the end of this. Hips towards the ceiling. Yep. You got it. Almost like someone had a string around your waist or your hips and they're like trying to pull it up. Right? So it's almost like you would fold in half, but you're using the muscles to make it happen. Not just gravity pulling you down. And change. All right, we're going back down for Grasshopper. 30 seconds. Ready? Set. Knees are open, heels together, and go. Good, good, good. That's it. Don't let your knees open. Right, a lot of times your feet want to fall towards the floor. Don't let that happen. That's what's working the hamstrings here. Change. All right, we're coming up to high plank. Wrists under the shoulders, long legs. Today, we might have done this the other day too. I'm forgetting already. We're going to lift one leg up at a time. So I'll say switch. You can switch legs. You can always hold your plank too and not switch legs at all. Right? But if you're switching legs, open your legs a little bit here too. Ready? Set, and go. So just one leg a little bit off the ground if you're doing it, and then switch other leg. So we don't want to lift high and twist, right? Keep the plank form, switch. Keep the plank form so the rest of your body, it looks the same. It's like you have 2 feet down, switch. But you don't. My hips are still parallel to the floor, switch. Shoulders parallel to the floor. Switch. More than halfway through. Switch. Nice straight arms. Look at the floor, switch. And look at the floor a little ahead of your hands. Your neck is long here too. Switch. Coming towards the end. Last switch. Last leg. And change. We're down. All right, back down for Grasshopper. One more time. 30 seconds. So again, knees open, knees bent, feet flexed, heels together, and go. Yep, keep the feet flexed. And squeeze your glutes. Lift. Think you're trying to lift your thighs off the floor. Right, that is the goal. Nancy's frozen. I thought maybe the video was frozen, but it's Nancy.
I'm doing them in my mind.
And change.
My breath was doing it, but not my legs.
All right. We're going to side plank on the other side.
Okay.
So just, I don't know. I had my arm that way before.
Oh boy.
Other side. Oh yeah, you had your right arm down before.
Yeah, I can't remember. Wow.
Sometimes it's hard. So it's preferable if you're doing side plank. I keep switching direction, but to keep your head at the same side of the mat so you remember, oh, I was looking that way last time, I have to look this way this time. But we're mixing it up. All right, can fold your mat over. That's a tip though for when you're practicing at home.
Pro tip.
Elbow under the shoulder. Long legs, ready, set, and go. Usually in class, in studio, I would make sure everyone's facing the same way so that we all get both sides. But it's hard at home, right? You have to make do with your space. Or maybe you want to be able to see the camera, the video. So you adjust. Still gonna get the work done. Still gonna build that strength, physical and mental. Stretching up tall. Top shoulder rolls back, keep your chest open. Top hip, make sure it's not rolling back, it's forward over the bottom hip. Squeeze your butt a bit so your hips don't drop back, right? Sometimes that happens, keep them forward. It's gonna keep that bottom side engaged. Coming to the end, you got it, stomach in tight. Stretch straight up, gonna touch the ceiling. And change.
Oh boy.
All right, grab a sip of water if you need it and come up to standing. I don't know where I put my water, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna change the camera a little bit while you grab your water. Just a tiny bit. Okay. So this time, if you have weights or bottles of water or cookbooks or something, you know, something for added weight, this is where you would use them. You don't need them though. All right, so we're gonna do some squats, weighted squats. Feet are shoulder width, stomach in tight. You can add a shoulder press to this too if you like. So you're gonna bring the arms up, stomach in tight, especially if you have weight, stomach in extra tight. Inhale, squat down as low as you can without rounding your spine or without collapsing, chest is up. Exhale up if you're gonna do the shoulder press from here at the top. Exhale, continue that exhale all the way through, up and back down.
Oh.
All right?
Oh, is that all? Get to it.
All right, and if you don't have weights, no shoulder press, just gonna squat. All right, ready? Feet shoulder width, stomach in, and, whoops, I should start the timer. So we know how long we're doing this. So it's 20 seconds on, 10 off. Ready, set, and go. So inhale down. If you're doing the shoulder press especially, make sure you're not locking your knees at the top. And to keep a little bend in the knees. Inhale. Change. If you want, optional hold is to stay in the squat here.
Oh, thanks.
And go. Round two. Well, the shoulder press is taking away some of the leg work we would normally do by staying in the squat. Although we are doing weights too. So we're adding to our squat a little bit.
Is that you trying to convince us to hold the squat?
Change.
Oh, fine.
It's optional, but again,
you should do it.
if you're feeling good, you should stay down here.
I don't know about
and go. You can always hold, and then next round decide, yeah, I don't have it today. That's okay. Hold every other one. Hold every third one. It's what you can do. Right, but you're already here. You've already worked for like 35 minutes. Change.
We're not gonna hold the shoulders.
We're not holding the shoulders up, but you can hold your squat. All right, go. Round four. And same thing. If this weight, whatever you have, is getting to be too much on the shoulders, put them down. Or skip the shoulder press. Just do the squat, holding your weights. That is fair. Change. The idea with the weights here, besides getting a shoulder press and working the shoulders, is to add to our squat. Go. So whatever you can do. Can always modify. Especially if something hurts or you don't want any pain, change. My shoulders are starting to feel it, but it's more of a burn. It's not pain. They're not saying you can't do this. They're just saying I'd prefer not to. Ready? Go. You gotta work through the challenge. Change. And again, make sure with the squat, getting as much range of motion as you can. Right, so as low as you can go. Ready? Go. Keep your stomach in tight, protecting your lower back, especially with the weight. Change. All right, last round coming up. Last one. Ready, set, go. Your honest best. Oh, Nancy, Nancy's back into the shoulder press. You're inspiring me now too.
No, I was saving it.
Yeah, saving it.
Not really.
Ooh.
Not really saving it, but I can do one round.
Change. All right. Weights down. Whew. All right, we're going to come down to the mat. We're going to do some plank jack and mountain climber, alternating. So for this one, going to be in plank form. Plank jack is like a jumping jack, but our arms are not going to move. So you can step and or float your both feet out and in, right? Or right out, left out, right in, left in. I'm going to trip on my mat. Right, out, out, in, or tap, 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 or hold plank. And then mountain climber is driving your knee to your chest. We're going to go straight up today. Think like center of your chest, so not all the way across the body. And so mountain climber, straight up, straight up, straight up, fast or slow.
Okay.
All right. For both of these, if it's too much on your wrist, drop to your forearms. But your hips for the mountain climber are going to have to go a little higher if you're on your forearms. All right, here we go. Plank jack first.
How many millions of sets?
8 sets total.
Okay, got it.
Ready,
Sure.
set, and go. And you can go as wide or as narrow, right? You don't have to go super wide. Just go where you can. Nice straight arms. Yep, keeping the hips down, change. Take a rest. We're going to go into mountain climber next. Again, this mountain climber, knees straight up towards your chest. Ready? And go. Eyes look a little ahead like plank, right? Don't drop your head and try to watch your legs so much. Change. Whew, back to plank jack next. All right, ready, set, and go. And again, don't be afraid to change it up. Right, tap your foot. Hold plank. It's all about finding the challenge for you. And I know if you did the shoulder presses, your shoulders are feeling this too. Change. Or maybe not, because your shoulders are that strong. If not, that's okay, right? You're feeling it where you can feel it. Ready? Go, mountain climber. Change your pace as you need. Drop to the forearms if you need. You got this. Change. Plank jack next. Yep, back in it. Ready, set, and go. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Your pace with the breath, just like your pace with the move. Change. Whew. All right, mountain climber next. All right, ready, set, and go. Good, good, good. Stay with it. Change. Whew. All right, last round of each. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Last of each one. Plank jack. Stay with it. Do what you can. Keep that good form. Change. Ooh, heart rate coming up. That is what you want. Ooh, last mountain climber. Ready? Go. Again, your best. You're not saving it for anything else right now. There is no next round. There's something else next, but not mountain climber. This is it. Change. Ooh.
Yay.
All right.
Done. Done.
Yeah, that warrants an air high five, or in-person high five if you have a partner you're doing this with. All right. Oh, we're gonna come back up to standing.
Our mats are all over the place today.
They move, but if you're on a soft surface, on a rug or something, your mat is gonna slide around. No worries. You move around your room. We're coming back up to standing. We're gonna do some play squats with calf raises. So wide legs, sideways on your mat. I mean, you don't have to stay on your mat, but toes point out the direction your knees are gonna bend. So we're gonna drop down, knees out over the feet, stomach in, chest is up. Even if you're leaning forward, that's okay. Chest up. I'm trying to stay as vertical as I can. That's not something you have to do. From here, we're gonna stay in our squat. Right heel, left heel, both heels. Right, left, both, or stay in your squat. But we're gonna alternate. So we're gonna do the calf raises first. Second round, we're gonna pulse. All right, in our plie squat. As low as you can sit. Don't want pain in your knees. You are gonna feel discomfort places, maybe around the hips, because we're kind of at the edge of our range of motion with the hips and making them work. Just no pain, nothing making you wince or hold your breath. All right? Same model like yoga. If any of the things are happening, you need to back off, slow down, right? We'll figure it out, all right? Here we go. Knees are wide, feet are wide, toes out, and we're gonna get down into our squat. Go. Right heel, left heel, both heels. It helps to balance if you focus one spot in front of you. Try to keep the hips low. Right, left. You can slow this down too. You don't have to be following this pace. Whatever works for you. Change. And shake it out a little bit. Also making sure your knees are over your feet. So you might have to adjust your step. Ready? Pulsing next. Go. We're going to pulse. This one, if you like to, you can sway a little side to side. Just same idea though. Don't sway so far that your knee goes past your foot. So it's just a little sway with your pulse if you want to. You can find that imaginary beat in your head. Change, coming back up. And shake it out. All right, ready, set, and go. Calf raises. Right, left, both. And if it's really balanced, slow it down. especially on the 2 calf raise, the double calf raise, right? Both legs going. It's a little tricky to be up on both toes, change in this position. Feel it out. The idea is we're working the quads, the glutes, even inner and outer thigh a little bit here, right? For stability, go. Back to pulsing. And then the calf raise, adding calf muscles too. So trying to get a lot of the leg involved. Stomach in still. Arms wherever you like for balance. Change. All right, halfway through. Ready? Calf raise time. Into the squat. Go. That's it. Whenever it's time to start, try to start. Right? You can always stop early if you need to. But if you start late, you cannot get those seconds back, right? I'll say change, we'll rest. I'm not saying it yet. Go, change. I know.
It's so confusing.
I'm sorry.
I'm not even paying attention to all your words, but you say the word change and I'm like, oh.
All right, ready, and go. Pulsing again.
I'm in my own planet.
Right, we get 20 seconds to do it. 20 seconds to work.
Am I too wide?
No?
No?
I mean, if you can sit lower, no?
Yeah, no.
Then you might want to come a little closer.
That's the problem, right? I can't get down. I mean, you know.
Change.
The knee is preventing it.
Yeah. So if you've got something going on in your knee, your hip, even ankle here, adjust. Ready? Calf raises, go. Right, so maybe you don't sit as low. Maybe you have to adjust your step. I would first try to adjust the step. Right, really look at your knees over your feet. They look over though for you, Nancy.
Yeah.
And stay low, change.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got one more with the pulsing left. Want to feel that burn. Ready, set, and go. Little pulses, staying low in your squat. And try to find your depth if you can. Again, no pain in the joints. Whew. A lot of burn in the muscles is a good thing. And change. Ooh, shake it out.
Yeah, I got lower there, that last one.
All right, good.
Woo!
Yep. And sometimes it's going to take you 5, 6, 7 sets to find where you're like, oh, I get it now. That's okay. Because then next time we do the move, it'll be faster. Maybe it won't take you 7 sets, right? Maybe 5.
Sometimes.
That's okay. Yes, sometimes. And some days you won't find it at all.
Some of us are slower than others with
That's
body
okay.
movement. Learning it.
That's okay. All right.
Yeah, it's all good.
We're going to finish big.
Are we?
Wide leg half burpees. We're only doing 6 sets.
Oh, is that all?
So we're gonna push it for the cardio. Make sure your form is good, full range of motion. All right, I'll show you one set real quick. So you're gonna start towards the front of your space, arms up. You're gonna inhale, squat down to put your hands down. Exhale, you can step or float both feet back at the same time. Then we're gonna step or float forward. Wide legs, up from the squat.
You should move.
Yeah, I should move my weights before I kick them and hurt myself. That would not be fun.
No.
All right, so no push up, no jump. 20 seconds on, 10 off. Ready? Arms up and go. Squat down, step or float to plank, step or float forward and up. Your pace, but remember this is cardio, so you do want to feel the heart rate coming up. So once you feel you have the move under control, change. Once you find that control, that's when you try to push your pace a little bit. Arms up, round 2. Go. Try to be light on your feet, so stomach isn't tight here too. When in doubt, suck it in. I even change. I have to remind myself constantly too, and I have a camera looking at me where I can see if it's hanging out. And still sometimes I need that reminder. Arms up, go. So it's learning to be conscious of it is a big part. Best you can here. That's it, work through the squat. All the way to plank, change. You can hold the plank if you're down there.
Nah.
And Nancy says no. All right, arms up, halfway through, go.
Stuck.
Change. All right, last 2 rounds. Whew. Here we go, arms up, start it together. Go. Under 40 seconds, that means a burpees. Best you got. So again, you're not saving it for anything right now.
He's not gonna let me live that down. I should not have said that.
It's gonna become a theme of the challenge now.
Wrong philosophy, Nancy.
Ready? Arms up and go.
It was just that moment. Not all the time.
We'll talk about it more after this, but
I'm sure we
let's
will.
go, let's go. Last round.
I'm sure I have not heard the last time.
And change.
Okay.
All right. Whew. We're coming down. All right, we're gonna do some active recovery here. Our active recovery, gonna be on our side for side leg circles. Whew. I'm gonna catch my breath too. So,
Like this.
yeah, lying on our side. On your side, prop your head up. Long legs, flex your feet. Top hand is on the floor in front of your body. And you're gonna lean into that hand. So think a little bit about rolling, edging forward. Just adjust this a little bit. All right. We're gonna lift the top leg up. So you have about a 12-inch gap between your heels. Pigeon toe the top foot, just like Nancy has there. And then starting to make circles either direction. Think 18-inch diameter with your circle. Yep. And trying to make sure to get not just up, right? Get all the directions. Never coming lower than that 12-inch start distance. Keep your thigh tight so your knee is locked here. Again, pigeon toe the foot. You have to lean into that top hand, otherwise you're not going to be doing it right. So lean the weight forward. Pigeon toe your top foot. Change direction. Other way. If you're not starting to feel a burn, that's kind of the inside of your glutes and outer thigh, more toes down.
I feel it.
Good, and if you're feeling it, then that's what you want. Don't worry if one direction is harder to make a real circle. Best you can. And change. All right, other leg.
Oh.
Same thing. Rolling over. Prop your head up. Long legs, flex your feet. And top leg up. Pigeon toe, lean into the top hand. And go. Either direction with your circle. Again, trying to make sure you get going back behind you with the leg. Down in front, up to the top. Oops, I made my circle too big there, but think about a 1.5 foot diameter circle. Again, lean the weight forward, pigeon toe your top foot. Thigh muscle tight, change direction, other way. If it's harder one way than the other too, that's okay. You're doing your best here. Last 10 seconds. And change. All right, we're going to do some stretching. You can do a free-form stretch, right? Whatever you want to do, or you can follow me here. We're going to do a little bit of pigeon prep first. So going from plank, I'm going to push back into downward dog. So not like that dolphin plank that last time. Now heels are dropping towards the floor. And relax the heels down. You can pedal your feet, your knees like Nancy's doing to walk your dog, if you want to call it that. Bit of a stretch in the backs of the legs. All right, now what we're going to do is lift the left leg up behind you nice and high. Bring your left knee up towards your left wrist. Left foot is off to the right side, so your shin drops down. Drop the right knee down. Point the right toes. Let your right leg straight behind you. You can inch it back if it helps you sit the hips down some, but I'm going to stay up here first, chest up. You can even look up. Just breathe into that stretch in the hips. So your arms are support. Getting a stretch around that left hip, the front of the right hip. Again, you can adjust, walk that right leg back more if you like. Just looking for those stretches. One more nice deep breath up here. And you can start to bring your hands down. You can also stay up top, but if you like, drop your arms down to your forearms and drop your head. Support your head with your hands, or you can go all the way to the ground with your head. And breathe here. And big stretch for that left hip. Each exhale is a chance to relax into the stretch a little more. And one more nice deep breath down here. And then lift your head up. Start to gently come up to your hands. No rush. Tuck your right toes under. Lift the right knee up. And bring your left leg back to our downward dog. Same thing with the right leg now. Right leg up. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Right foot is off to the left side. Drop the shin down. Drop your left knee. Point the left toes. Left leg straight back behind you. Chest up. And stay up here for a few breaths. And look up. We worked the hips from a bunch of different angles today. We're giving them the bulk of the stretch today. If you're ready, you want to start to come down to your forearms. You can drop your head, support your head, whatever works. Just take nice, easy breaths. Again, each exhale, a chance to relax into your stretch more. Feel that nice deep stretch in the right hip. Take one more nice deep breath here. And lift your head, start to gently come up onto your hands. Tuck your left toes, left knee up. Back through downward dog. And then you can work your way down towards Savasana, however is comfortable for you. Lying down. Arms down, legs down. Just like we started class, you can close your eyes. Breathe deeply in through your nose, out through your mouth, and relax as much as you can. Keep taking these deep breaths. The goal in Savasana always to relax and to give your body a chance before and after class to reset. So you're ready for whatever's next. Just take your time. You can always do more stretching if you feel you need more after the Savasana. See you again soon. Namaste.
Namaste.